Sixth Sense with Nikki Sixx.
You talk about writing, and I just want to know what that's like for you. What does it look like? It's you and everybody? You and who is it?
So how it happens is sometimes I get inspiration from everything from, music on the radio, drum beats or a bass line, or I'll have a thought.
Has it always been that way? I mean, have you always been like, it's been
musical
in the back of your mind?
and yeah. So how I usually explain, I'm sort of like was a closeted songwriter, and I always wrote when I was a kid. I played piano as a kid early on, and my first song was really sad.
How old were you? Because
I was like 8.
Oh, okay, so it's that kind of sadness.
Playing the piano, yeah. It was like almost like about suicide, and you're like, wow, you dramatic little. That's why I got into drama as well. But no, a song can grow from just like a rhythm. Or lately, I've been really lit up by affected bass lines, just like really fat, synthy, weird, almost motorcycle sounding bass. And so sometimes I'll want to build a song on that. I wrote this song called Hard Loving Woman when I first split from my band and went solo, quote unquote, with a friend of mine, and he had a blues or a riff, and then I just started singing, and it's like a lot of musicians will say the song kind of wrote itself.
Right. But
I needed those chords to untap what was sitting within me, which was I was just going through a breakup. That's Hard Loving Woman for me is like a declaration of owning your pain, but owning your truth and your strength and all that. Yeah.
So I guess you write well with other people.
I like it that way.
I like that.
Thanks.
Because a lot of singers I feel like are so like to themselves when they're writing, and they have to be in their own space. Yeah. And I love that.
It's cool to have someone else
to be open with.
Bounce off of.
Yeah.
Because I like the idea of alchemy. So I love the idea of you and I writing something with somebody else I wouldn't have been able to do by myself. So that's, to me, other players stretch you in different directions. And I love that aspect of the collaboration of it.
The Sixth Sense.
So I did this thing the other day where I got this pedal from this company. And I just love this pedal. And I plugged it in with an acoustic bass. And I plugged it through this amp.
It's already turning me on.
And it's this crazy thing. And I just put it on Instagram. And all these people are like, that should be a song.
Yeah.
You should get that and make a song out of it.
Okay.
I'm telling you, I'm going to play it for you.
But that's how you start, with just a sound and a frequency
I'll just send it to you
and a chord.
Just
Yeah.
go, I'm going to write a song on this.
Let's do it.
It's really cool. It's all because it's bass.
Cool.
Now you think we're being weird here.
No, I don't think you're being weird. I wish I could tap into something like that in myself.
It would just be so cool to be like, yeah, this weird day happened and this thing that was never meant to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That could be the title.
Never meant to be.
Yeah.
I don't actually like that.
What was the other one?
To nail on the head.
Nail on the head.
Okay. See, that's why I
Weird
do what
day.
I do.
Nail head. Head on the nail.
So this tour starts in L.A., which
Yeah.
he's going to go to. I'll be outside waving.
No, you'll be there.
I'm kidding.
I'll believe it when I see it.
Okay.
He'll be there.
But I would love to have you.
We
Yeah.
need to go.
What are you doing after that? Where do you go? Is it
Then
everywhere?
we're getting on a plane and going east. So yes, it's done very weird. We're starting in LA, but like I told you, my dad's birthday is that month. Then we'll go east and do a tour from the east down. Where do we land? Do you have the dates? Because we land at a festival.
Yeah, we got.
Is it Wrecking Ball Festival in Atlanta?
Ending at Riot Fest in Chicago.
Yes. So we're going to end up in Riot Fest. Thank you so much. In Chicago. But yeah, so we're going to do a little East run. So anybody who's out there, that would be fun.
Do you find both of you? Do you find
I should say one thing. And then in 2 weeks after that, I'll do a West Coast run and end up in Atlanta at the Wrecking Ball Festival. Okay.
We'll put all those dates, by the way, up at sixthsense.com. Do you find that East Coast just adapts better to this kind of music?
What do you think, Nikki? You have an East Coast, West Coast thing?
I think Midwest adapts the most to dirty rock.
Okay.
But it's also interesting. A lot of it has to do with radio. To be honest with you,
Yeah, it does.
And sometimes
That's
in the
true.
east, some parts of the East Coast, like Jersey, has great rock radio.
Yeah.
New York City, it's hard to get rock radio in there. So people that come into New York City are like they really fans, or they have to come from outside, right?
Yeah.
Same thing kind of on the West Coast. There's not
In
a
LA
ton of
though,
great
in
rock
LA
here.
proper, I feel like it's difficult because everything's classic or alternative.
Yeah.
There's no like middle ground for that. So I was just wondering if
For me, I'm independent and I'm not been really on radio in the U.S.
Mm-hmm.
We had some radio hits, I guess you call them, like in Finland. Finland was
so
like
weird.
No, in
It
the
shows up in the
UK.
strangest
Finland
places.
loves
no.
rock.
Yes.
The first
And Sweden.
Totally. That was the first crowd that was singing my lyrics back to me, and it almost stopped me dead. I was like, "What?" Because I'll like work for your love. That's my whole kind of energy live. It's sort of semi-confrontational, and I really like this energy. But that was the first time they were singing back to me, and I was so moved.
She just
I almost
wanted to sit
cried.
down and be like,
I literally
"Go
was
on."
like, "Oh my god, that's so sweet." But in the
feeling.
U.S., I find the cities, some of the big cities, I love the East Coast, but I would never be able to say which one's better because I've had really surprising
Where are you
shows.
originally from?
I'm born and raised here.
L.A.
Yeah.
Really? L.A. child.
What did you think? Because some people think I'm Southern.
I didn't see Southern. I kind of thought East Coast.
I
a
saw
little
New
bit.
York.
Yeah,
You
and
can-
maybe my coffee, when I have energy, I kind of go East Coast. And then when I'm my normal self, I'm really Southern and laid back.
we got the coffee one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's okay. I
Wait,
like
what?
it.
Oh, yeah.
We got the coffee. We got the coffee one.
Well, I walked in lazy Southern. and now I'm
walked
like,
in South
heightened.
Carolina.
Walked in lazy. Barefoot.
Stop it.
What?
You stop it.
Where are you from?
I was born in San Jose, California,
Oh.
and I spent most of my life in Los Angeles. But I did, when I was younger, travel a lot with my grandparents. So, like, I went to different school like every 6 months. We were like in New Mexico, and El Paso. So I became kind of this weird kid because, like, every time I became friends with somebody, I got taken out of school because we were so poor. We were just like basically moving from gas station to gas station. I guess where my grandfather worked. So I was like, I kind of became a little bit reclusive and super like artsy, and which worked out for me. But I was always sort of like this weird kid.
Yeah.
I was always, my memory of being a kid is walking in. I remember opening the door, walking in, everybody's sitting at the class. There's a chalkboard on my right, and this very old lady who's obviously probably younger than I am now as the teacher, and just looking at the whole 30 people and being scared to death.
Yeah.
And then just thinking that same person for some reason thinks it's a good idea to stand on stage.
Yeah.
It's weird. What?
It makes no sense.
None.
I'm right
No.
there with you.
The Sixth Sense.
Movie, Nerve,
Yeah.
that's coming out July 27th.
Yeah.
I love your acting, by the
Do
way.
you ever stop?
Thank you.
I mean, I really do. I actually don't say this to a lot of actors. I love movies, but there's very few actors where like if I see their name, I'm like, I want to see it. Like the stuff that you do just like really, really gets me. I actually wrote a song called Natural Born Killer
Wait, did you really?
after your movie and this other band I called Brides of Destruction.
Oh,
Yeah.
no shit.
That,
I
like,
have
really
to hear
inspired
this.
me. So
Wow.
I just like the roles you take on. They're like kind of like in your face.
Thank you. It's so weird looking back now to see, because at the time, it's sort of luck of the draw. Or it's you get lucky from who's casting at the time. You know, like Cape Fear. It's sort of like, anyway, you can never choose what's going to come your way, but you could be open for it and ready to go at it. But I did steer away from really, at the time, it was really generic, thinly written. You were either like a girlfriend or a daughter or something. So I was fortunate enough to work with really interesting directors who wanted complexity and layers, and I liked giving a voice to the voiceless, or giving or doing things that were different than myself, or sometimes I would take on a role that I don't understand, and so by being the person, I thought I could understand it better,
connect to it better.
Yeah.
I mean, for you at this point, is it just basically scripts just lined up? You can work as much as you want or as little as you want.
I could. It's always the thing of there's always bad work available.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding. But there's always. I mean, there's work. It's still. Now I have different priorities. So like I want to find time to do other things. So now I have to really be. I'm either interested in a project because of the director. So Nerve, it's a very small part. But the script, to me, I'd never seen the subject matter before. It's such a commentary on our time right now, and everybody's kind of married to their devices and the likes and the this. And so these kids start getting into this sort of dare game online. And I play Emma Roberts' mom in it, and it's something totally different for me. But I really did this project that's coming out just because of the directors, they're co-directors, and visually the movie's so exciting. And nowadays they're either making sequels or these comic book movies, or I'm trying to find interesting things. And I took this TV show for a different reason because it was so challenging in a different way. So I guess I'm always looking to. I never phoned something in, quote unquote.
I think that's what I feel from you as an actress, which is a cool thing.
Well, thanks.
You get that from certain musicians, and it's a cool thing. You're like, I look forward to seeing what they're digging for.
Yeah.
You're always busy though. Is that ever a challenge?
Well, yes.
Okay.
It is.
In a good way?
And there's been times, but when I'm off, I'm really off. Like last year, I was fortunate to have a good time off.
And you can disconnect completely from everything.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I think now that I'm older, I know how to. I think when you're younger or something, you have to occupy your time, or maybe you're a little obsessed with work and don't know what to do without it. And so I think as you get older, you start really getting into life and friendships and cultivating that.
I think it is an age thing. I realized something the other day that scared me. I'm sitting at the kitchen table in the morning. I'm sitting in the same chair I sit in every day, and I'm drinking out of the same coffee cup, and I have the television on with the sound off, and I'm playing guitar, and I go, besides the guitar, I have turned into my grandfather.
Exactly.
Yes.
And I was happy. I was happy,
sweet.
And my son came over and he goes, "What are you doing?" I go, "Nothing." He goes, "You want to do anything?" I go, "No." I was happy, and that's scary because like there's a hip replacement next. It's where I gotta get active, man.
No, it's so funny. It's finding that balance because part of me is like, I just got in a new relationship. And I was like, oh gosh, all I want to do is travel and plan little vacation. Like I was feeling that I want to retire, and I'm like, dude, you cannot think that way right this second. So for that month, we were taking it easy, but that
idea of retirement though,
it's
like, well, what would I do? It's like, I don't know. I would climb a mountain. It's like I wouldn't really
I think
climb
you guys
a mountain.
like both of you would just climb one mountain, and then you'd be like,
I'll be climbing, and I'll be like, "Hey, what's going up? Hey, Nikki, what are you doing?" I'm just stopping for water. It's like, what do you do when you get to the top?
We're going philosophical. It's the journey, man, not the destination.
Okay, damn it. I knew that. Why did I forget that?
It's the friggin' journey. Those cliches they're truths. I love all of them. Be here now. It's the journey, not the destination. I like
the bumper stickers. I'm like, those bumper stickers, I need a bumper sticker store. Like, they're all real. It'd be like, just mellow out, man. I'm like, don't tell me to mellow out.
Yeah. Seize the day. I like things that rhyme. In it to win it. I'm in it to win it. That's one of my favorite phrases. And then someone else said it. I think like Sarah Palin or someone.
And you're like, yes.
No.
Oh, no.
Oh, no. What?
Sorry.
No.
He was
What do
just
I know?
testing the
Yeah,
waters.
right.
What if I
Sarah
came in to
Palin?
find out Nikki Sixx was like a diehard Palin fan?
Oh God.
Sarah
I
Palin.
kind of don't even know she is. That's
No.
Okay, she could see Russia from Alaska.
I do know that part.
Okay.
I don't know the ins and outs.
Remember that show
in
she
politics,
had?
I'm so out
Did you
of
ever
it.
see that? Holy
I'm so
shit.
out of it.
It's
on
best
politics.
that way,
I just and
the
you know what's
politics.
weird? Like for me, politics. Like I have these. I actually had to shut my mouth
Yeah.
at some point. Like I don't like somebody because I don't like them.
Right.
Like if I meet you and I don't like you, it's like that's it. I can't like you.
It's
Right.
kind of like what you were
if you're
saying
an
with the
asshole,
energy
you're an
thing.
asshole.
Right.
It's like kind of like that for me. And if you're not, it's like I'll take a bullet for you. And it's just like some politicians, I'm just like you're an asshole to me. So like why is he an asshole? Because he is. Because I don't like his hair.
Why won't you vote for him? Because I just don't. I don't like his hair.
I don't like
Gets you tan.
But that's the thing,
That's the end of the story.
That's the end of the politics. That's my story.
You're like the end.
Political views.
Well, I
And
told
he
you it'd be a
shouldn't
weird
win.
interview.
Nikki Sixx and Jen on the Sixth Sense.